Maharaji, when any devotee approaches us and when we tell them to read the Granthas of our Moola Acharyas like Prem Bhakti Chandrika, Vilap, Kusumanjali, Radha Rasuda Nidhi Granth, then the first thing they say is, we are not qualified to read these Granthas because we are full of anarthas. They are told in their institutes to read the books of their institutional acharyas only. Maharaji, if you can answer this question, then it will immensely benefit the entire Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. Thank you, Maharaji.
Well, I can only give answer on the basis of scriptures. And the decision onus is on yourself, the hearers, what they want to take. Well, I am trying to repeat the words of the Goswamis and Srila Narottam Das Thakur. He tells in Prem Bhakti Chandrika, Rati Premamay Parbandhe. It means Rati. Narottam Das Thakur is giving instruction to all Gaudiya Vaishnava devotees. Well, you are chanting Hare Krishna. Yeah, then it means you are a Gaudiya Vaishnava. He is telling all Gaudiya Vaishnavas that Rati Premamay Parbandhe, meaning one must have attachment, deep loving attachment to the Granthas of Goswamis. Deep loving attachment. Rati Premamay Parbandhe. Deep loving attachment one must have towards these Granthas. Why he is telling that? Why should one have attachment? Because attachments, the ruchi, first of all, one will, by reading these Granthas, one will have ruchi or reading more and more of these Granthas. The ruchi for these Granthas will turn into asakti for these Granthas. This asakti for these Granthas will turn into asakti for the Supreme Lord. Asakti for these Granthas will turn into asakti for the Supreme Lord. That is why Thakur Mahasaya is saying, Rati Premay Parbandhe. One must develop deep attachment for these Granthas. These Granthas are not words. They have got transcendental power within. They have got transcendental Shakti. They are filled with Shakti of the divine couple. In Prem Bhakti Chandrika, verse 9, it tells, Yahar Shravan hoite Premanand bhase chitte. Please understand, Yahar Shravan hoite. When you do hearing of these Granthas, Vilapa Kusumanjali, Radha Sudhanidhi Vrindavan Mahimamrit, Prem Bhakti Chandrika, Yahar Shravan hoite Premanand bhase chitte. Your heart becomes filled with Premanand, love for the Lord. This is the only way by which one can have love for the divine couple. The hearing of these Granthas from the great souls will give you immense power, not just to destroy your anarthas, but also to float in ecstatic love for the Lord. Hearing and chanting of these Granthas is the primary and the most important thing that all Gaudiya Vaishnavas must do, because very clearly he is saying, Yahar Shravan hoite Premanand bhase chitte. By hearing this, your heart will float in love for the Lord. Rati Premay Parbandhe. One must have deep loving attachment for these Granthas. And well, in verse 100 of Prem Bhakti Chandrika, it is said, Leela Ras Sadagan. Leela Ras Sadagan. All these Leela Granthas, they should always be sung and one must hear and about them, and one must sing about them. talk about them. Well, institution of commentaries say that you're not qualified. Well, Mahaprabhu says in Chaitanya Charitamrita Antilila 5.45, व्रज वधु संगे कृष्णेर रासा विलास ये जन कहे सुने करिया विश्वास हृदय रोग काम ताम्र तत्काले होय क्षय तीन गुण शोभना है महाधीर है. This is Mahavani of Lord Gauranga. What is Mahaprabhu telling? One who hears Yei Jan Kahe Shune Kariye Vishwas, with faith, if you hear and chant about Radha and Krishna, Hridaya Rog, your lust never increases. What happens? Hridaya Rog Kam Tan Tat Kale Hoy Shay. The lust and other anarthas in your heart, that moment only they get destroyed. Such is the transcendental power, extreme transcendental Shakti in these words, that all your anarthas get destroyed by hearing and chanting about them. यही जने कहे, who talks about them, speaks about them, यही जने सुने, कौरिया विश्वास, तीन गुण शोभे नहीं महाधीर होए. Mahaprabhu is telling, if you really hear and hear and speak from these granthas of Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Goswami, then you will become mahadhir. Lust will never be able to touch you. And this is a shloka from Radhara Sudhanidhi, verse 269. Very beautiful it is explained here. And that these shlokas, the Sanskrit shlokas in these granthas, Sudhanidhi, Vilapa Samanjali, etc., they are invested with very, you can say, high octane transcendental powers. The words emanating from Prabhupada Saraswati, Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Goswami, they are mixed, they are gelled with the transcendental effulgence coming from Radharani's lotus feet. All these words in these granthas, they are mixed. They are not words. Kakhaga, sa, they are not Sanskrit words. They are mixed with the transcendental effulgence coming straight from the lotus feet of Radharani. When one does hear about these words, that Shakti of what emanates from Radharani? प्रेम परम सार महाभाव जानी सही महाभाव रूपा राधा ठाकुरानी. प्रेम परम सार महाभाव जानी. Know that the param sar of prema is mahabhav. That condensed form of mahabhav is Radharani. And what emanates from her lotus feet, the toenails from her lotus feet, is mahabhav yukt only, filled with mahabhav. So these words emanating from Goswamis are filled with mahabhav. They are filled with transcendental Shakti. So whosoever hears them, this is what Mahaprabhu, that is why I took this shloka 269 from Sudhanidhi along with Mahaprabhu's Chaitanya Charitamrita shloka. Mahaprabhu is saying, Hridaya Kam Tan Tatkale Hoy Shay. That very moment the lust etc. gets destroyed. Why it gets destroyed? Question arises. Because these words are not words. They are filled with the transcendental Shakti emanating from Radharani's lotus feet. These words are filled with Mahabhav. So when you hear something scented with Radharani's Mahabhav, so is your lust going to be destroyed, or your heart is going to be filled with prema? So you try to understand. By hearing about this grantha, your heart will get filled with prema. This is what Thakur Mahasaya is saying. Yahar shravan hote premanand bhase chitte. Now you are understanding all these things. Mahaprabhu is saying, lust, they'll get destroyed, lust, etc. all of a sudden. Why? This is Sudhanidhi is telling, because they are filled with transcendental Mahabhav Shakti. And this is what Thakur Mahasaya is saying. Yahar shravan hote premanand bhase chitte. Forget lust. Your heart will you float in kingdom of ecstatic love. And who is averse to this, who doesn't, no, I am not qualified. No. Then Prem Bhakti Chandrika tells about those people also. Ihate vimukhe jai, tar kabu siddhi nai. Ihate vimukhe jai. You don't, you're opposed to this teaching that hear about them. Leela Sadadan, Thakur Maharshi is saying, you said you're not qualified. He says Sada means 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, Sadadan. You are saying you are not qualified. I mean, don't oppose words of Mahaprabhu. Don't oppose words of Narottam Das Thakur. He himself is saying, Ihate Vimukh Jai, if you are opposed to these teachings of hearing and chanting of Goswamis, your lust will never get destroyed, it will always increase, and you will never float in the kingdom of ecstatic love. You want prema. This prema only you are going to get by hearing these words. Why? Because these words, these shlokas, these explanations are filled with Mahabhav. This is what 269 verse of Sudhanidhi is telling. Then again, I think it's somewhere around 271 and Sudhanidhi, Piyatam. Constantly drink these nectarian words in the explanation of these shlokas. Piyatam. They are not telling just here. They say drink. Drink to such an extent that it becomes a beverage. Constantly drink. Piyatam. Bucket full of this stuff one must drink every day. From the mouth of realized souls. One who has seen the truth can make you see the truth. And here Thakur Maharshi says, Ihate vimukh jai tar kabu siddhi nahi. Na shuniye tar jeno naam. He is saying one is opposed to this teaching that one should hear and one should not even hear their names. You are sitting in an institution, Mahaprabhu is saying you should not even hear their names who tell you not to hear the words of our Goswamis. Don't even hear their name. Na shuniye tar jeno naam. And in verse 101 of Prem Bhakti Chandrika, An katha na bolibo, an katha na shunibo. Lalsa Abhishta Katha. He is saying, don't hear anything else. Don't speak anything else. Just hear and chant these words of the Goswamis. And exactly opposite the institutions are teaching. Saffron Bhakti Siddhanta and the followers are teaching. Don't hear, you're not qualified. They are saying you will become qualified by hearing this only. Not qualified. You will be able to make others qualified also. And he's saying, don't hear anything else. Any other pastime or other forms of the Lord. Hear about Radha Krishna. As explained by our Goswamis. This is not Sahajya. This is being Rupa Nuga. Following Rupa Goswami, there's words as it is. Lalsa Abhishta Katha Iha Bina Sakali Anartha. If you do anything else other than hearing and chanting of the Lord, Thakur Maharshi is saying, Iha Bina Sakali Anartha. Everything you're doing is just anartha. Has got no meaning. You're doing seva, it has got no meaning. You're hearing anything else, it has got no meaning. We are not saying this. Thakur Maharshi is saying, if you don't like it, you can put up a court case against Narottam Das Thakur. Oh, why the hell are you saying this? Oh, my institution says you're not qualified. We're saying one who is not qualified, if one thinks and doesn't hear all this, then tar kabu siddhi nahi. He's saying this. You never get perfection. ISKCON was the only institution on the planet in all the four sampradayas, in all the yugas who tell you can't hear about your Lord, you can't speak about your Lord, you can't remember your Lord. Is this a sampradaya? Sampradaya means where you only do hearing about your Lord, where you speak about the Lord, where you remember the Lord. This is the meaning of sampradaya. In all the four yugas, such a cult has never come into the existence which tells you not to hear about your God, not to hear about your God, not to remember anything about your God. Is this sampradaya? And even Shukdev Goswami is telling, In Srimad Bhagavatam, this Ras Panchadhyay last shloka, Vikrinitam Brajvadubhir idam ya Vishnoha Shraddhavan Vito Anushrunuyat Atha Varnayed Yaha. It means that one who faithfully hears these pastimes about Radha Krishna, he will attain the supreme devotion to the Lord, and he will become free from all the diseases such as lust, etc. One who hears them and one who remains far away from them, then prema also remains far away from them, and anartha will only embrace them non-stop. It means you will not embrace Radha Krishna, you will embrace only Kam, Krodha and Lobha. If you remain opposed to them, you remain far away from these granthas. Prema Yahar Shravan Hote, Premanand Bhase Chitte. What more Gaudiya Vaishnavas need to hear? By hearing this, your heart floats in ecstatic love. I am speaking about Radha Krishna for around 2 decades at least. I haven't seen any of my followers, their lust has ever come into existence by hearing about them. I have seen lust getting destroyed. And Srila Sanatan Goswami, who gives commentary on this verse, he says, we have given all these explanations in our Grantha Piya Gaudiya Vaishnava, page 178. Vaishnava Toshni commentary, Srila Sanatan Goswami tells, Atra tu हृद रोग अपहनात् पूर्वम एव परम भक्ति प्राप्ति तस्मात् परम बलवद एव देवम साधनम इति भावः. He says that attainment of the highest bhakti is mentioned in this verse. Ras Panchadhyayi, Falshruti of Ras Panchadhyayi is one who hears and chants about Radha and Krishna, his lust will get destroyed and he will get prema. In simple words, I am telling the meaning of what Sanatan Goswami is saying. Sanatan Goswami tells that the very fact that you will get prema is mentioned first and lust will get destroyed later on. It means this is such a powerful practice that hearing and chanting of this is so powerful that it will destroy ignorance completely, and it will appear that these anarthas they went later and prema came first. It's such a powerful practice. By hearing and chanting prema, this prema for the Lord will come so fast. Then you think prema came first. If you really want to attain love for the Supreme Lord very quickly, then there is only one way. There was only one way. There will always be one way. And one way is Yahar Shravana Hoite Premananda Bhasre Chitte Leela Ras Sadagan Jivane Marane E. Thakur Maharaj, whether you're alive or dead, just do this thing. What? Leela Ras Sadagan. Always hear about the Leela of your Ishtadev. Lord Ram's followers don't have to do this. They have to hear and chant about Lord Ram. And followers of Radha Krishna, devotees of Radha Krishna, they don't have to do anything else. They have to hear and chant about their Ishtadev, that is Radha Krishna. And on top of that, if you read Shri Sudhanidhi, verse 2 and 7, it says that don't bring me any scriptures which don't have anything to do with Radharani. I will read only those scriptures which are filled only with Radharani. He is very telling us clearly scriptures which don't carry the nectarian glorification of Srimati Radharani, which don't explain about her bhav. What is the need for such holy scriptures for our Gaudiya Vaishnavas? Please hear attentively. Verse 217, Radharas Sudhanidhi. Acharya, not a senior devotee of our organization. Acharya is himself Srila Prabodhanand Saraswati. Srila Prabodhanand Saraswati. He is telling what is the need of any other holy scriptures, any holy scripture, if it doesn't have anything to do with Radharani. What is the need for such a path of devotion which has got nothing to do with Radharani? Well, what he wants to tell us by this is read only those scriptures which have got everything to do with your Ishtadev and don't read any scriptures which have got nothing to do with the Ishta. And who are our Ishta there? Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugala Kishore Jivane Marane Gati Aranahi Mo Radha Krishna Radha Krishna Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugala Kishore Jivane Marane Gati Aranahi Mo. Just have some common sense also that devotees in Radha Vallavi Sampradaya, they are qualified to hear and speak about Radha and Krishna. Devotees in Nimbar Sampradaya, they are also devotees of Radha Krishna, they are also qualified to hear about Radha Krishna. And Haridas is also they are qualified to hear about Radha Krishna. No acharyas in their parampara so long, hundreds of years parampara tells them that you are not qualified. We are also followers of Radha Krishna, devotees of Radha Krishna. Why the hell on the earth only we are the only unfortunate Radha Krishna devotees? We are not qualified to hear, and all the Nimbarkis are qualified to hear about Radha Krishna. All the Radha Vallavis are qualified to hear about Radha Krishna, and all the Haridasis, all of them are qualified to hear Radha Krishna. Only we, the unfortunate Gaudiyas, are we the unfortunate Gaudiyas? Or we are the supreme fortunate Gaudiyas, Mahaprabhu's followers? I mean, have some common sense. Don't be an institutional fanatic. Institutional fanaticism will never take you anywhere in spiritual life. Keeping devotees away from hearing and chanting about these Rasa Granthas, this is like berefting them from getting prema. This is the highest atrocity on a devotee, that you stop them from hearing and chanting about Radha and Krishna. Greatest torture on a Gaudiya Vaishnav can be if you somehow stop him to stop hearing and chanting about Radha and Krishna from Gosvāmīs Granthas. And ISKCON and Gaudiya Math are doing only this. Morning to night they have only one parroting. You are not qualified, you are not qualified. And he is saying Leela Ras Sada Gan. Ihate Vimukhi Tar Kabu Siddhi Nai. All Sampradayas are qualified about hearing and chanting about Radha. Only the Gaudiya, not even total Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Only the small sect called ISKCON Gaudiya Math, they are unqualified to hear about Radha Krishna. Rest, Radha Vallavis are qualified to hear, Nimbarkis are qualified to hear about Radha Krishna, Haridasis, we all also are Gaudiya Vaishnavas, Bhaktivinoda Thakur and his followers are qualified to hear about Radha Krishna, Gauridas Babaji's followers are qualified to hear about Radha Krishna, Jagannath Babaji's Samadhi, Govind Mayapur, they are also qualified to hear about Radha Krishna. 3 out of your 5 in your altar, they are qualified to hear about Radha Krishna. We are qualified, Nimbarkis are qualified, Radha Vallavis are qualified, Haridas are qualified. Only Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada followers are not qualified. Come on, have mercy, have some common sense. See what kind of cult you are in. These words are filled with Mahabhav emanating from the toenails of the tips of Srimati Radharani's lotus feet. They are so powerful. Varshantameva Sahaj Sakhyadara. Varshantameva. These from Radharani's lotus feet, this constant rain of Mahabhav, Prema is there. And these words are filled with that. If you hear about them, these words will 100% touch your heart. I am assuring you, these words will destroy the anarthas in your heart, plus they will give you Prema. This is all what you want. Remedy is this. And the problem is, you are not taking the medicine and you want to become okay, transcendentally fit, without taking any medicine. This is the greatest injustice any spiritual leader can do to the follower, than making him not hear about these granthas. The greatest injustice. People, devotees in ISKCON government can't even conceive how much they are being bereft just because of this kalpanik, imaginary concept you are not qualified. Everyone on the planet of all sampradayas are qualified except this Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada's followers. And 3 of them in their altar, their followers are qualified. Just these 2 Bhaktivedanta followers, they are not qualified. And the question is, if you, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, have taken initiation tying kanthi and doing tilak, if you are not qualified, who on the earth is qualified to read these granthas? Obviously, Nimbarkis are not going to read our granthas. Obviously, Radha Vallabhis are not going to read our granthas. Obviously, they will read their Acharya's granthas. Then, for whom Raghunath Das Goswami, Raghunath, from whom they have written these granthas? Have some common sense. They read only their Acharya's granthas, all these Radha Vallabhi, Haridasis. They are my friends. Their Acharyas, I meet with them. They are my friends. They do only this thing. They hear and talk about their Acharya's granthas. So we have to do the same thing. Is there any something rocket science which you are talking about? If you are a follower of Lord Ram, just hear and speak about them and remember him. Remember how you are going to serve him in spiritual world. The same thing, if you are a devotee of Radha Krishna, hear about them, speak about them, just think how you are going to serve them. I mean, can't you even understand this thing? जाकी उपासना, ताही की वासना, ताही के नाम रूप गुण गाइए. Whatever worship you are doing, if it is of Radha Krishna, then have that desire, oh I want to attend Radha Krishna. Then ताही के नाम रूप गुण गाइए. Hear about them, talk about them, be happy hearing, talking about them. By this you will get love for them. Now you understand why we get love by hearing about them? Because these words are not words, they are gelled, mixed, imbued with the Mahabhav emanating from the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. Gaur Premanande.
All Vaishnavas should understand this very clearly, that only by Lord's will any Vaishnava gets connected to a bona fide sampradaya or lineage. Getting connected to a bona fide lineage means one should read the granthas of the sampraday's acharyas. One should lead life in allegiance to the sampraday's acharyas. You may go to any sampradaya. No one would ever say you are not qualified to read your acharya's granthas. Rather, all devotees in all sampradaya read only and only their acharya's granthas. Same way, we Gaudiya Vaishnavas should read granthas by Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Narottam Das Thakur ji, etc. and make our life successful.